Hey everybody, this is Theoretical Bullshit once again. In my last video, which was a response to GOAT, I talked a little bit about the way that I debate and why I think one of the most efficient things you can do is to ask questions, and you get a response to a question, and you can ask another question about that, and then you'll get another response, and you can ask a question about that, and you go further and further down the line, and ultimately the point is to sort of illustrate with these questions the absurdity of certain Christian claims, perhaps all Christian claims even. After I posted that video, Together for Peace, Jack, you might know him as Jack, sent me a little private, nice little private message, which just had a very simple, valid question, and the question was, why is asking these questions to illustrate the absurdity of Christian beliefs, as opposed to just to better understand? And I started to write, actually, well, no, I wrote back a response answering that question, and I wanted to take a second to maybe just read my response out loud instead of sending it and putting it on a video, because I think that the content of my response does a good job of sort of explaining why I'm here on YouTube and why I make the videos that I make and what my thought process is. And I thought that would be a cool thing to share. And Jack, if you see this video and have any objection to me making your question that you asked me public, I will take it down. I have no problem with that. So I just want to read my answer to that question, my answer to Jack, and that's it. That's all I want to do. So here it goes. I say, hey man, you wanted to know why asking questions must be for pointing out the absurdity of Christian claims as opposed to simply having a better understanding. I believe asking questions can do both at the same time. I've put a lot of time into understanding Christianity in my life. I've read books, I've talked to people, I've debated. I've been told by many Christians that some of my questions had not even crossed their minds and ultimately helped them to attain a deeper understanding of their own beliefs. But the questions I ask aren't just for me anymore. I've asked them before. I know what the answers are, and how some of them differ from person to person. And while I will always be open to and even welcome new data or evidence, the reason I debate this subject or make YouTube videos is because I'm at a point in my life where I know what my positions are now, and what I think is true and what isn't. Excuse me. The contention I hold is more or less that Christianity is an absurd belief system. But because it is a spiritual belief system, most people in the world are brought up to assume that it can only be accepted or rejected at face value. Our culture truly treats these notions as if they are immune to scrutiny. We seem to believe that an obvious logical absurdity could be perfectly true just as long as it's an absurdity of a spiritual or religious variety. Even you, Jack, have expressed that you believe asking questions about the characteristics attributed to God, omnipotence, omniscience, transcendence, moral perfection, etc., is a waste of time. Why? If, through these questions, you discovered that certain attributes of God were logically preposterous or contradictory to other attributes, would you think twice about attributing this discovery to your own imperfection as a human being, as opposed to the possibility that this notion of God is fallacious? I strongly maintain that the more deeply and frequently we allow ourselves to question the basic assumptions of Christianity, God, and the like, the more we begin to see its absurdity, and the more we explore and try on what it means to be absurd, the less compatible with reality it seems. To make a long story short, I love the people I meet here on YouTube. I love the conversations. I love the exchange of ideas. But my purpose here is to show as many people as I can, in the best way that I can, that if someone doesn't see the absurdity in Christianity, then they haven't asked enough questions. Thank you.